Alright guys, just San here, back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And in today's video, we're going to be checking out the LR 5th year anniversary Gogeta EZA, because of course we did do a showcase on the Vegito earlier, and the Vegito was very good. He definitely impressed me a lot, and the Gogeta is on the same level as the Vegito, so I'm expecting some pretty crazy things throughout this video, especially because this Gogeta, while he might not look as crazy as the Vegito, because the Vegito definitely does get more supers, and because their super attack effects are really crazy, definitely doing like 6 supers on a turn makes him look a little bit more impressive than this Gogeta, because this Gogeta can only do like, I think 4 or 5. But this Gogeta is on much better teams. This guy, of course, is on movie heroes, which is arguably the best category in the game right now. So that does make it to where this guy does have some better positions on teams. And the Vegito, I mean, easily, like, Future Saga could become an amazing category, better than movie heroes. All we really need is, like, one good celebration around it. But for now, I would say the Gogeta has better spots on teams. So definitely that is one thing the Gogeta has over the Vegito. But overall, I mean, they're both really good. I don't want to compare them because they're both pretty much the same level of craziness. So, yeah, but before we get into the video, just make sure you guys like and subscribe. Keep in mind there are timestamps, so if you want to skip around to any part, then absolutely feel free to do that. And yeah, let's just get right into the showcase. Okay, so right here on this rotation, we are going to have 4 out of 7 links. So we are still missing Fuse Fighter, Kamehameha, and Legendary Power, which between those 3 links, that is a fair amount of attack and a little bit of defense. But we do have support from the Gohan, so I mean, you know, it kind of makes up for it. And start of turn, we are at 164k defense. Definitely not the craziest start of turn defensive stat, but you do have to keep in mind, we do get 50% defense on Super, and we get 100% defense when attacking. So then after the 50%, that's going to put us a little under 250k defense, I think. And then after we get the 100% increase from that, then that would put us like, so basically we would be around like 400, 500k-ish defense, which is pretty good. I mean, that's some alright defensive stats, turn 1, and we're hitting a 6.3 million attack stat. Alright. I mean, yeah, so turn 1, you know, not really the craziest, but there are a couple things to keep in mind. I mean, of course, we had the additional right there as well we could have gotten. I believe it's a 70% chance, the additional to become a super. And if we were in slot 3, then we would have had the 70% chance to dodge, which is very useful. I think that is probably the, I don't want to say the standout thing of these units, but like that's the thing that really pops to me most is the dodge. Because not only does they both, or yeah, both of them have the guaranteed dodge in slot 3, pre-transformed or transformed. But when you transform with them, they do also have that 1 turn of guaranteed dodge, which is crazy. That is very, very useful, because most events don't really cancel dodge right now. I mean, a couple do, but for the most part, events don't really cancel dodge. So definitely them being able to utilize that in most difficult events will be a big help, especially because turn 1, I don't want to say they're not good defensively, but like in slot 1, you know, because they have it built up, definitely their defensive stats are a little bit on the lower end. So them having the guaranteed dodge is going to help them out a lot. And it's just going to make it to where they're just looking more impressive overall. But anyway, on this rotation right here, we're going to be looking a little bit better. I think we're going to have some more links. Well, we did lose support, though, so I guess there is that. But yeah, we're going to have 6 out of 7 links, because we are going to get Kamehameha and Legendary Power. And I don't want to super attack with the gods. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. They're not going to kill anyway. But yeah, okay, easily 24 key super right here. And start of turn, we are at 140k defense, so about the same. Not really anything too crazy, but then again, once we get the 100% increase from that, we're going to be at like 280k defense, and then we get the 50% from that, and then we'll be around like 400k. And then if we do get the additional, which, as I said, we got a 70% chance to do that, then we'll be approaching 500k defense. And I guess, of course, we could just get the hidden potential system additional as well, and then, of course, that's like 600k defense. So, I mean, you know, definitely some potential to be pretty good in terms of his stats, but you do kind of have to get lucky for that. But alright, an additional for 4.3 million damage. Pretty good, pretty good. You do got to keep in mind we are stacking right here as well. And, okay, yeah, we got the triple super right there. So, in terms of damage, actually, we were looking really good right there, because all 3 of those supers were a stack. So, throughout this fight, I'm assuming when we transform with Gogeta, he's going to be hitting very hard. Because we've gotten, like, what, 4 or 5 supers in total. So, on this next rotation, when he transforms, you know, I'm expecting some crazy stuff, because of course we've stacked a lot with him. And I guess that is the thing with these, both of these LRs, is if you build them full additionals, and you triple super, and you get them on like the first turn, you triple super, and then you see them again, you triple super, and then obviously when you see them next, they're going to transform. And then when you're fully built up with them, between them being fully built up and them having 6 super attack stacks, so basically them stacking attacks 6 times in their pre-transform state, yeah, they're going to be hitting very, very hard. I think the damage these guys are going to be doing, honestly, I would say is on par with like Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. So definitely they're going to be hitting very, very hard, very quickly. And honestly, most of the time they're going to probably kill the enemy, at least the Vegito, because he's doing like 6 supers. And even this guy is going to be doing a lot of supers, and he's going to be super effective against all types. So between the two of them, even if you have them like, or if you have them both on the same team, then yeah, you're going to be killing the enemy within like a couple of turns. So all right, here we have the transformations for both of the Gogetas, which is definitely good because both of them on the same rotation is a very good rotation. They're both top tier units, and the TUR Gogeta can hold down slot 1, and then this guy is an amazing slot 2 unit. So this just overall, like I said, is a very good rotation. So all right, right here we are going to have, yeah, 5 out of 7 links active. Okay, very good there. And our start of turn defensive stat is 146k. All right, so, you know, not really the craziest, but again, let's get a couple supers in and judge him after that, because we do still build up to an additional 88% attack and defense, and we do, I think, build up to 5 key. So definitely we could look a lot more impressive with that. But what is this Gogeta at? 8.7, okay. 8.7 with a guaranteed crit. And that is another thing with the LR Gogeta, is if we were at 24 key, we would have had the guaranteed crit, which unfortunately we were just a little bit shy of the 24 key. But still, just keep in mind we could have had that right there if we were at that. But what attack stat are we at right here? An 8.3 million. That's pretty good because we are super effective against all types, and we potentially could have 3 more incoming right here. Are we going to get one? Okay, we got one of the additional supers, so we have a medium chance to do 2 super attacks. And, I mean, that's pretty good. I kind of wish it was a high chance, but, I mean, look at that. Once you start getting them off, he starts looking crazy. He was at 9 million right there. And we crit for 6 million damage. That is, yeah, that is very good for sure. All right, so we're here on a little bit of a better rotation. Right here, we've got 5 out of 7 links, because, of course, we have him next to the AGL Gogeta. But we do have support from the Bardock as well. And, of course, we have built up a little with him. So right here, yeah, a little bit of a jump in terms of our start of turn defensive stat. We're at 268k defense instead, which definitely is pretty good. But what I'm going to do with him is I am actually going to pop his active skill. I want to get this in the video. So, yeah, let me pop this. We're probably just going to kill right here, but then I'll just wait till the next rotation, do the attacks with that, get him fully built up. We'll showcase him fully built up. We'll take him versus Metal Cooler Core, and then we'll probably call it a video from there. But, yeah, let's just go ahead and showcase his active skill. Yeah, 7.8 million damage. That is a lot of damage. And look at that KO screen too. I mean, honestly, just an amazing KO screen. Same with the Vegito. Both of their KO screens are very, very good. I think definitely, you know, something I could get used to seeing a lot, which I'm assuming I am, just considering how much damage both of them are doing. I mean, they are just insane. Like I was saying earlier, if you have them both on the same team, you're destroying the event, like, with ease. There's no way. If you have, like, the Vegito on one rotation and then the Gogeta on another rotation, it's just over. Especially if you bring units like the AGL Gogeta or some of these other really good fusion units. Yeah, you're doing a lot of damage. And, you know what? If the STR Goku Vegeta, who fuse into Vegito, if they easy A during this celebration, and then you could throw them on the team, and then with their counters and everything, how much damage they're going to be doing, that's going to be one of the most damaging teams in the game. I mean, and even defensively, it's very good because, of course, the 5th year anniversary LRs are good defensively. The AGL Gogeta is good defensively because he has the dodge going on. And I guess the STR Vegito, it just depends on how they design him. Which, I mean, I feel like it'd be pretty easy to make him good. I guess just bump his damage reduction up a little and then make it to where he keeps the damage reduction when he fuses. And then I feel like he's just kind of a top tier unit just with that, because he's already good with his counters. Obviously, he does have the crits built in as well. So if they want to make it to where he has a higher chance to crit, that would be really good because, you know, with the counters and crits, that typically does go very good together. And, I mean, yeah, he already has the heal, which is amazing. That's obviously very useful because then if you just fall below to a low level of HP, you just heal up and then you're fine. But, yeah, that Vegito could be crazy. But anyway, talk about crazy. This rotation right here. So we are at 244k defense. Not really the craziest defensive stat start of turn, but we do get 50% defense for 3 turns on our 18-key super attack effect. And on our 12-key, we do get 50% defense for 1 turn. And we could quadruple super right here. So definitely, there's a lot going on with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him in slot 1 because I'm a little scared the Gogeta, the AGL Gogeta would kill. And yeah, we're going to do this. We're not going to be at a 24 key, so we don't have the guaranteed crits, but we are still super effective against all types. So just keep that in mind. So what are we at? A 10. So we're at 22 key. So we're not even at full key, so we could be looking better than that. And if we were at 24 key, we would have the guaranteed crits. But we were at a 10.7 million attack stat. Yeah, definitely pretty good considering we had 2 supers potentially incoming after that. And then we could have gotten the hit potential one. So yeah, just a lot going on with that. I think for sure this unit he's going to do some damage. Definitely. And if you have him in slot 2, his tanking ability, it's going to be there as well. I mean, you do have to build up with him, I feel like, for him to be really good defensively. Same with the Vegito. Because as you saw on the previous rotation, or a couple rotations ago, start of turn when you first transform with him, I think his defense was only like, I don't know, 150k or 140k around that level. And that really isn't that crazy. Because then even if you get 4 supers, I think our defense would only jump up to like, what, 600k around or about that level, which, I mean, is alright. Considering, I mean, because we're doing a lot of damage for sure. But if you're doing a lot of damage with low levels of defense, that, I don't know, that just doesn't really fare well in this day and age. Because, like, you really need good levels of defense to be good. And, I mean, you know, being a glass cannon is just not really acceptable in this meta right now. But it depends how much of a glass cannon you are. Because then if you're doing damage like Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken, and Goku, which, I mean, these guys kind of are doing damage like that, you kind of get away with being a glass cannon. But anyway, right here, 365k starter turn defense. Okay, so that is good. Because every super attack we do, we are getting over 150k defense. And if we get 4 supers, then, yeah, we're going to be at almost 1 million defense. So, yeah, almost 1 million defense right there. Definitely pretty good. I'm going to put the, yeah, I'm going to put the LR Gods in slot 1. Because I believe they're the only people that can survive right here. I'm just going to transform with them really quick just to ensure that they do survive. Just get a little bit of extra stats. And, yeah, I'm going to put them right there. I don't want them to super because I feel like if they go crazy, they might just end up killing. But we are going to be at a 24 key super right here, I believe. Because we are going to get 8 key spheres. Or actually, wait, I think we're going to be like 1 key sphere shy of 24 key. Well, we'll see when he supers. But anyway, we are going to be super effective against all types. So we're going to do a ton of damage right here. And then if we do get to 24 key, again, we're going to have those guaranteed crits, which is just going to make it to where we're going to be doing so much damage. But I'm expecting some crazy levels of damage right here. We do have, I think, 6 out of 7 links. I should have checked. But what are we at? Okay, so we... Alright, okay. So, a couple things to unpack here. 12.7, guaranteed crit, super effective against all types, and potentially 2 supers incoming, which we didn't get either one. But we're going to get the hidden potential one, right? No, we didn't. Okay. Alright, yeah, it's okay, it's okay. Still, a lot of damage there, even without any additional supers. So really impressive right there with the Gogeta. Our defense, unfortunately, was a little bit on the lower end. I think we were only at, like, what, a little over 500k defense. But then again, keep in mind, we could have the 70% chance to dodge if we were in slot 3. So there is always that in our back pocket. But alright, well, with all that shown in the Legendary Vegeta event, let's go ahead and take him in Metal Cooler Core. Alright, so we are here fighting Metal Cooler Core, and we are on turn 7, so we did manage to not only transform with him, but stack up a little bit. As you can see right here, we are at 400k start of turn defense, which is a big jump from what we were seeing previously. I think we were at like 200k defense start of turn and like a 300k at one point, but 400k defense start of turn, definitely very good, because with every super attack effect, we get 50% defense. So that basically means we get 200k defense every time we super. So if we quadruple super, that means we're going to be getting 800k defense. So we would be at 1.2 million defense if we quadruple super. Definitely very good, but I am actually going to throw this guy in slot 1 just to kind of showcase an issue with this guy, which is the fact that his start of turn defense is a little bit lower. Because don't get me wrong, 400k is definitely good, but that's only good considering he gets a lot of defense on super. But anyway, yeah, right here we're gonna have the him linked up with the AGL Gogeta. So we're gonna have, I think, what was it, 5 out of 7 links, and we don't have any support, so this is just him. But we are gonna be at a 24 key super, and we're taking double digits from Metal Cooler Core. Okay, so even 400k defense is sufficient enough to take double digits, at least from the normals. But okay, at 13.6 million attacks, that. Keep in mind, guaranteed crit, effective against all types, blah, blah, blah. You've heard me say it throughout the whole video. Are we going to kill right here? No, we're not. Okay, well, unless we get the Hidden Potential System additional. Okay, we didn't. We are getting supered, though. So only with one super, how much are we taking from this? 449k. All right, so you know what? That's a lot of damage. But considering we only got one super, and we did a lot of damage, a lot of damage, that actually isn't that bad. I think that's reasonably good. Because then if we did quadruple super, that's easily at least like, what, under 100k, right? So overall, I would say very good performance from the Gogeta. But yeah, with all that shown, let's go ahead and cut to the unit breakdown. Okay, so similar to the Vegito showcase, the actual details for the Gogeta are not actually on any of the Dokkan wikis yet. So we got to go back to Gresh's tweet. But all this information is accurate. None of this is incorrect or anything. So yeah, we should be looking good here. So starting off with his leader skill, it is final trump card or fusion category key +3, HP attack and defense plus 170%. This guy's pre-transformed passive is that he gets 140% attack and defense. He gets key +4 when attacking. He launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack when attacking if he's in the first or second slot. And then he launches an additional super attack and then has a great chance to evade enemies' attacks as the third attacker in a turn. And then this guy also gets the 100% defense when attacking, and then he transforms when conditions are met. His 12 key super attack is that he raises attack infinitely, and then raises defense for one turn, and then does colossal damage. His 18 key is that he raises attack infinitely as well, and then he greatly raises defense for one turn, and then causes mega colossal damage. So definitely pretty good super attack effects. The stacking is useful, and the defense for one turn, especially on his 18 key because it's 50% defense, is very good. This guy's transformed passive is that he evades the enemy's attack the first turn after transforming. He gets 150% attack and defense, key +5, and then launches 2 additional attacks, each of which have a medium chance to become super attacks. He gets attacks effective against all types as the first or second attacker in a turn. He gets key +7, and then launches an additional super attack, and then has a great chance of evading enemies' attack as the third attacker in a turn. And then he gets 1 key and 22% attack and defense with every super attack performed, up to 5 key and 88% attack and defense. And then he does get the crit when active skill is activated, or when key is 24. And then his super attack effects on his 12 key is that he greatly raises attack and defense for one turn, colossal damage. And then his 18 key, he greatly raises defense for 3 turns, and then does colossal damage. So definitely a really good passive, really good super attack effects. Very similar to the Vegetos, except for this guy isn't going to be doing as many super attacks. However, this guy does have the super effective against all types, which is very, that is very useful because, of course, it's just going to make it to where the few super attacks he's doing are typically going to be hitting a little bit harder than the Vegetos. But yeah, that is the Gogeta. Let me know what you guys think of this guy down in the comments. Let me know how many dupes you have in this guy and if you're ready for his EZA and if you've link leveled him at all. And yeah, that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.